how are we going to treat concussions and these hits to the head? Are you going to put an all-out ban on any types of headshot?
Well, I think we can look at that. You know, I think there are going to be injuries. People know that they are going to be taking risks when they play our game, and they seem to be willing to do that. And they should all be signing waivers immediately that they realize that there's a concussion risk. It should all be part of the standard NHL contract. We should be covering our legal duffs on this. I'm sure our lawyers would like to underline a few things in that they are taking these massive risks. And but at the same time, it's a fine line. You don't want to take contact out of the game and change the spectacle nature of it. And but what are we going to do about marketing? What are we going to do about getting ourselves up even with basketball, push baseball, and push the NFL as a major challenger on the North American sports scene? Why are we sitting in behind poker for our TV ratings?
Well, I think a big part of that, Tony, is the product on the ice. And I think that if you do have an exciting product, if you do make steps to make this game better to watch, more fun to watch, a better experience to be at, you won't necessarily always be in that situation. That's on us, on improving the game, on improving the way the game is called, because the players now are better than they've ever been. If you can't find a way to sell those players, if you can't find a way to spotlight those players in the games, then that's our issue. Definitely, without a question. But right now, the way that the game's been played for the last year and a half, 2 years, no one wants to watch it. Like the year that, you know, not this Stanley Cup final, but a year ago with the LA Kings and New Jersey Devils, that is not a product anyone could enjoy watching.
Well, no one.
I'd rather watch poker.
No one enjoyed watching the playoffs up until the final, where you had the classic meeting of the tough team against the skilled team in Chicago and Boston. I was sound asleep in the playoffs until the final.
That's right. And one of the problems I think that our league has is that oftentimes when players do get to the Stanley Cup final, they're done. They're spent. A lot of times the best hockey is in the first round. And as you go along, the hockey gets, you know, sometimes you get great conference finals, but a lot of times in the Stanley Cup, it can be a bit of a letdown. I'm going to take the first, you know, and this is going to take a hit on revenue. We're going to have to find it in other places, but I want the first round. I want it to be a 5-game series. I don't want it to be a 7-game series. It's a long gauntlet that you have to go to win the cup. Why should baseball have its first round? Well, now it's second round of 5-game series. In hockey, you know, this huge 7-game series. I would also give the #1 seed or the #2 seed, whoever's got the home ice, so to speak, a huge advantage. They would play the first 3 games at home, then the second 2 would be in the second tier team's home rink.
Are you suggesting emphasizing the importance of the regular season?
Yes. So not only will I add to the importance of the regular season, I will make for less upsets in that first round. Better teams will move on, and when you do get to the Stanley Cup final, these teams will have more energy. They will have fewer injuries, and you will see better hockey by the end in your showcase event. You want to talk about having something to sell the game? Have an exciting Stanley Cup final. That will sell the game better than anything you can come up with.
Well, we can consider some options there too. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you there, but maybe we would reduce the size of our preseason schedule, because that's a thought.
Sure.
Or maybe even reduce our regular season, but why give up those playoff dates when there's all the lights and the action around it and the focus on it, and the first round has become such a tradition.
Because it's not working. That's why. Because
it might work better if we trim the preseason.
The ratings are less than poker. It's not working.
And shorten the season by reducing that which goes before, except in our World Cup years, and that which goes before instead of that which comes after the regular season. I think you could shorten it up. Maybe you can shorten up both. Maybe we can both work something in here and get hockey over before June, or at least as little as possible into June.
Yeah, it's just too it's too rough a sport physically to have 4 7-game series for a team back. A 5-game series I think would be fantastic in the first round. I'm going to be all out pushing for that. I will accept your situation on preseason games. It's clear that the teams don't even want them. You look what happened here with the Vancouver Canucks. The first 2 preseason games just washed away. The coaches spent no time on working on systems and no time working on getting this team ready for the regular season. It's clear to me they mean nothing to the coach. They mean nothing to the team, really, other than evaluating talent. You can do that on your own time from here on in. Yeah, 3 or 4 game preseason works great for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to reduce revenue there, but I mean, I think rather than reduce playoff revenue, you might want to look at that first, at least. So, by the way, do you think we sold our TV rights package just a little too quick? Maybe we should have waited for Fox News' sports channel to come on. We would have had 3 bidders instead of, or we'd have had another major player on it, and we would have generated way more money in the bidding to get our product. Can you imagine a bidding to get our product as bad as it was? Well,
we'll have to go to the accountants, the lawyers, see if they can
weasel our way out of it.
Weasel our way out of it. And until then, until next time, we'll be working on new and better ideas to improve the game. That is our goal. Every decision we make will be about improving the game. It won't be about whether you tuck in a jersey or not. It'll be every change we make will be specifically designed to improve the game from here on in. And that's how we'd handle it at the province as commissioners of the NHL. Commissioner.